Hello and welcome back to part 8 of surviving on a flat world with nothing but a bonus chest. And we're getting things started off straight away. We're planting some cherry saplings and growing them because I need some wood for the build I want to actually do today, and I also need some leaves as well. Now, if you haven't already guessed what I'm going to be building today, you haven't been keeping up very well. Yeah, I'm in fact going to be going ahead and making my very first ever, I quote, a Java iron farm. I've never made a Java one before. So, yeah, I had to do a little bit of research. I had to do a little bit of research, and yeah, I discovered that it's fairly easy in Java. But anyway, as you just saw there, I've actually gone ahead and crafted a loom. Somebody mentioned in the comment section, I'll put the comment on the screen now so you can see, that if I use a loom, I should be able to get beds a bit cheaper by using emeralds with a shepherd. I think that must be a trade that you unlock or something. Because I don't really have wool to sell to them, and I don't want to waste my emeralds buying shears. Yeah. But yeah, thank you very anyway. I guess it's a trade you kind of unlock. But anyway, what I need to do is kind of transfer some villagers away from my actual dirt kind of villager breeding structure thing. I don't even know what it's called. Yeah, I need to transfer the villagers because I haven't got enough beds. It's the long story, short story, long story. I don't really know what you call it. And yeah, I need to transfer them across. So what I'm actually doing now is making a river or a motor highway. I don't even know what you call it, a water motor highway. I don't even know what you would call this, but the idea is to actually put villagers in boats with me and transfer them all the way to the other end of this, essentially, where, in theory, in my head, where the iron farm would actually be. So yeah, as you saw, I've put this area like this with bottom slabs and then higher slabs, and this is to prevent the slimes from essentially getting at me and the villagers, and also it will prevent mobs from attacking us at night, right? Obviously now I've got access to torches as well, so eventually I will torch this area up a little bit, but not right now. I think iron is a bit more important to me right now. But anyway, I decided to break this little area here. And the reason for this is just so I can put a chest here, fill it with boats, and I got some backup boats if I ever need them. Now, I didn't really want to edit this too much because I want to kind of show you how my brain is thinking. I was thinking like, oh, maybe I can just put half slabs here. And then if I break these pressure plates, the water will just flow across, right? Because I need to connect these two kind of rivers up now. And then obviously I can just get in a boat straight away with a villager and therefore travel across safely without any hassle with slimes or mobs or anything like that. So yeah, I was filling in this this area to make it all flat, and this happened, guys. Yeah, that's really bad, Dan. Yeah, I basically just made that whole of this side flat. So now mobs can just swim across if they really want to and get me now. So yeah, that's something I'm going to have to kind of fix off camera because that's going to be really tedious to do. It's going to require me to place a lot of dirt blocks to fill in all the water, unfortunately. But yeah, as I mentioned, I will put some torches, and I'm actually doing it now. I was just counting 7 blocks apart, so then I utilized the lights a bit more easier. And as you can see, I've kind of gathered up a load of resources, not very expensive stuff, just to somewhat make this iron farm. Now, I need to actually raise the iron farm off the ground because I need it to be a certain depth, obviously, for the iron golem to fall down and die, unfortunately. And I need it to make the spawning little chambers of the villagers at least 7 blocks down. And obviously, in a flat world, we don't have that much room. So I obviously need to make this up high. So I thought it would be smart to obviously make a dirt staircase. And the reason for this is to obviously take my villagers in a boat up there very easily, right? All I need to do is put some water at the very end. And then obviously I can just get in a boat with a villager and then just travel up the stream sort of thing, right? This is quite satisfying to watch and do. Just placing water and watching it trickle down. I don't know. Am I the only one who thinks that? I don't know. I think it's quite cool, but it's like, yay, it connects. Good. Right. So then all I need to do, I'm going to do a little test. Let's get in a boat and... Oh, wait, what? Why is the boat sinking? That's weird. Okay. That's not supposed to happen. Okay, let's just try this again, maybe. But let's add some extra blocks. Because maybe I was getting caught under it or something. And let's just add it so it's not so much of a steep, you know, kind of altitude. What is going on? What? This doesn't work? Now, believe it or not, I play Bedrock Edition more, okay? And if you go on Bedrock Edition and do this, you can just travel up the stream. I didn't know this wasn't a thing in Java, so yeah. Maybe that's a bug on Bedrock Edition, if I'm not mistaken. But if you do that on Bedrock Edition, like I'm doing right now, you will float up. Because I use this technique a lot whenever I move and play with villagers. So yeah, I kind of stood back there and realized that I've wasted my time with this idea. And unfortunately, I picked up the water. But I couldn't just let it drain away like that. I had to get in a boat, right? I give it a little slide down because that looked really fun and I wanted to try it. And it was fun indeed. Oh, that was so cool. But anyway, I thought I'll try the stair technique instead. Because you can see as well now it's actually nighttime. And I was also kind of checking at the time to see if mobs could get in here, but it seems okay. The only ones I need to be careful of are zombie villagers, of course. But yeah, I'm having really bad issues here with the boat situation. Now, I know I could use pistons, but I don't really have a lot of access to redstone. It's a bit tedious to get right now, until I get a cleric at least. Yeah, I'm kind of struggling here. And then something just clicked in my mind, and I thought, I'm just going to get a villager and push him up here. So I went back to base, got a villager in a boat. Yeah, that was easy, as you can tell. And yeah, I obviously just kind of, I don't even know what you would call this, sailed him across the dirt path, right? And yeah, I tried to get a second one as well. He wasn't too much of a pain, but I did manage to kind of get him in the boat quite easily because of the other one I experienced. Now, the only way I could think of getting these guys in there was actually smacking them in there, unfortunately. But yeah, stupidly, I smacked him with an actual iron axe, so I wasn't really thinking right. I was a bit, you know, a bit grumpy. Not grumpy, but a bit, like, sad that this didn't work. And, oh, God. Villagers, man. Yay, I forgot they can kind of jump and climb and go really fast as well. So, yeah, I barricaded it up even more. And then the same thing happened again, unfortunately. And, yes, of course he jumped over. Oh, God. And I'm not going to lie, when you get these guys over there with a lot of slimes everywhere, it's a right pain because you are trying your hardest to get this guy in a boat and then these little slimes will jump inside the boat as well. So yeah, it's a bit of a pain. But anyway, we got this guy here and I kind of got stuck on the boat. It was very weird. I don't know if you spotted that there. But yeah, here we go. So we're going to actually try and push this guy up this lovely staircase that I've created, all barricaded up. Beautiful. So yeah, this is going to take me a very, very long time. And then I just thought in my head of something amazing. And it couldn't have been any more better timing than this. Yeah, I don't know why I never thought of this straight away. I should have. But as you can see, I've just realized something I can do. I can switch out this boat that I've got up the top here for 2 beds because it's actually becoming nighttime. And I'm pretty certain if I look now, yes, there we go. I can see the villager has particles. That means they are linked up to those beds because I broke those beds from over the other side, which were theirs previously. And they should go to sleep. Oh my God, it works. Okay, this is the technique, Dan. This is the technique. So whenever I need to travel any villages across, I need to do anything like this at nighttime. Obviously as well on Bedrock Edition, something else which makes this a lot more easier is that we can lead beds as well. But yeah, I was over the moon. I did it. I got them up there. I should have just done that before, but yeah, I can break the beds and push the kind of boat into them a little bit, and they will actually both be safe and sound stuck in this boat now until I go ahead and build the actual iron farm. So I needed to make this a 9 by 9 little area, and yeah, I needed to put these blocks on the corners here because I wanted to surround this in leaves. Now leaves will prevent mobs from spawning on top of them, as well as the golem. So this will be the area where the golem will actually hopefully spawn. And yeah, obviously I can remove those dirt blocks, and they were like placeholders anyway. Yeah, I can actually just start putting in the water. So I need to just put 1 bucket of water in each corner, and that will, because it's a 9 by 9, will eventually make it all push into the center like so. So I can hollow this middle bit out now as well, and this will be where, like I said, the golem will spawn, and then essentially the golem will fall down this little 3 by 3 hole, and then this is the actual killing chamber, and I will just chuck some lava there with some signs and put some fences down. Pretty basic stuff. This is not really difficult to understand. Like if you've played and made mob farms and stuff before, this is pretty easy. The only part that I didn't really understand was this part. So I've got to make sure that this is 7 blocks down. Okay. Now this is why I've kind of built this in the sky. Well, he says in the sky, it's only 20 blocks higher than the actual floor. But yeah, I need to make sure that this is 7 blocks down. And then I need to put 3 beds down here. And believe it or not, for Java Edition, you only need 3 villagers and a zombie to get iron golems. Now, as a Bedrock player, that is laughable how easy it is to make an iron golem farm. Now, from my understanding, I can actually make this even more better by making multiple of these kind of little chambers. But yeah, 3 beds have been placed in. And then I just need to put some half slabs like this, so the villagers and zombie can actually get at one another, but they need to be able to see each other. So yeah, that's all pretty much done. As you can see, I've kind of covered up one side of it, and that is the side where the zombie would be. And now this side is obviously where the villagers would be, but I needed to get these guys to actually get into the bed, right? But I'm also missing another villager, so I need to get these guys to breed. But I kind of thought I'll just try the same technique I did earlier, because it was becoming nighttime. It was perfect timing. And look, guys, it actually works. Now, I played that pretty risky, I'm not going to lie, because if one of them fell off, that would have probably killed him, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, these guys are like suckers for bread. I don't know what's wrong with them with bread, but that actually woke him up. That's so weird, right? I mean, if you were asleep and you got thrown a loaf of bread, would you wake up? Probably not. But anyway, I managed to get him to breed, and yeah, they created a little one, which is good. Now, I need to make sure that that guy is actually fully grown, if I'm not mistaken. And then, obviously, I just need to get a zombie on the other side with a little boat. And then, yeah, that's pretty much that. So now, as I'm waiting for those guys to, well, that one singular little child to grow, I can continue working on the actual mob farm, the iron farm itself. And I'm just putting in gates, as I mentioned earlier. This will just prevent the water from actually flowing. So then it will be like hollow in the middle. So therefore the golem, if and when he does get set on fire, he will actually be on fire. And he'll actually fall down the hole a lot quicker as well. And as you can see, I'm just placing in some signs up in a little bit of a dirt kind of a pillar. Now the reason for this is because I don't really want to kill myself, right? If I've only got one life, remember, if I die, this is the end. And this will be a horrible death if I die in this actual farm, right? So yeah, I need to make sure I'm playing this quite safe. But there we go, lava has been placed in. And you probably saw I actually got the lava last episode or part. And yeah, I took that again from the cobblestone generator. Because I thought, you know, iron's a bit more expensive and more valuable to me than cobblestone, really. I may as well go for that first. So yeah, I realised I should probably remove these half slabs because I don't think I can really grab the iron and... Oh, crap. That's not good. What? What's happening? What happened there? I couldn't understand what actually happened. So I just kind of went up my little water stream that I put down to get up and down here. I could hear some fire. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh no, the farm's on fire. But luckily, the leaves weren't actually on fire because that would have been double bad. But yeah, we got to mine this horrible obsidian block now.
2,000 years later.
Ta-da! It's done! Finally! Yeah, that took forever because obviously, have you ever mined an obsidian block with a stone pickaxe? Probably not. Only I can do that, right? But anyway, we repaired all our things, but I'm not going to lie, this will set me back a lot. And also, this is going to add a bit of a risk now, I'm not going to lie as well. Because I'm going to have to kill the golems with, you know, by my hand. You know how hard they are when they punch. But anyway, the little villager is actually grown up now, which is perfect. So we can start smashing up stuff because we don't want golems spawning on any other places apart from obviously in the actual farm. And yeah, it's night has approached and there we go. The very first zombie I see is the one that we're going to be luring in to make these villagers scared. So yeah, I kind of climb up. So I just kind of climb up the actual staircase now. And as you can see, the zombie is following me, which is perfect. And I've already set up a bit of a trap boat here. And straight away, he just kind of sits in the boat. I mean, this whole process worked really well, to be fair. I kind of planned this out quite nicely, I think. Obviously, kind of doing this in a flat world is a bit different. It's almost like doing it as if it was a sky block. But I made sure I put torches inside as well. Because we don't want any other mobs spawning in there or anything like that. Especially Enderman, because that could potentially really break this farm. Because any holes in there would probably make the zombie burn, for example. So we've got to be careful, things like that. But anyway, I could get rid of all these kind of scaffolding blocks that I've placed to get obviously in and out of this farm. And now we should be set to rock, fingers crossed. I just need to kind of get on this farm and check. Maybe there might even be one now. Like, is there a golem in there now? I didn't hear anything. But I couldn't see for certain, so I had to kind of go in F5. There was one! He's in there! Awesome! So I got quite excited, so I just kind of jumped down there. And I thought I would say hello to this guy. So yeah, unfortunately, he's not going to burn to death, as I mentioned. But I'm going to have to manually kill him. Like this. Yep. So the first thing I decided to craft is, you guessed it, an iron sword. And yeah... this is going to be quite dangerous now. But anyway, you saw a little bit of a montage there. That was me actually chopping up a load of golems because I wanted to go ahead and make something very, 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 very expensive straight away. And that is an anvil. The reason for this is because I don't trust mobs sitting in boats. Now, I've had experiences before where they just despawn. So I thought I'm going to have to use this name tag. And we're going to name this zombie. What are we going to name him? That's the question. You shall see. So I decided to go back to the farm. Obviously, a bit of time has gone by now. And he's still actually there, which is a good sign. But anyway, here we go. His name is James. Hello, James the zombie. Oh, God. What an original name, right? So yeah, I need 3 other names for zombies as well, because I do plan on making this a quad kind of iron golem farm, if that makes any sense. So I want to make 4 of these chambers. So yeah, I decided to make a bit more of an easier way to get down. So what I did was just put a water stream for now. Eventually, I will get some ladders and do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we got some more iron to get. Now, iron is a bit more easier for me to get than actually farming crops, probably. If you think about it, it's a bit weird to say that, but it is technically, because I don't need to kill any mobs or anything. But anyway, I'm going back to my villagers. I'm trying to get these guys to breed again because, like I just said, I want to make this a quad iron farm. So that's probably something I'm actually going to do off camera, I think. But I will record it anyway, just in case anything happens. You know, if I somehow GG it or anything like that. But here we go. We're actually making a ladder now so I can get up and down like I mentioned I would. But yeah, What I need to focus on now, though, is kind of making this so I can actually AFK here. Now, what I mean by that is obviously making it fill up with hoppers. As you can see, I've got 4 right now. And the other thing I need to do is obviously get enough emeralds, which I will be getting from iron mainly, to obviously get myself another bucket of lava, right? Because I turned that one into obsidian, unfortunately. But yeah, because of me trading with this guy, I actually leveled him up, and I was interested to see what he actually had for offer. Yeah, that's great, bro. Thank you. I really need that. A bow and flint I don't actually have. Great. So yeah, we needed to actually go ahead and get some bones. This is all the bone meal I've got left down here now. So I had to actually go up to the top and get all the rest of my bones. But that's all the bones I have. So yeah, we got to do a lot of mob farming and killing. But it's fine now. We can get hoppers. So I can just make these things kind of drop now, I reckon. So probably, again, I'll probably do that next part, I reckon. Because that's quite a good move, I think. But anyway, I got all the bones I needed. So I just kind of jumped down my little hole. And I spotted something. And I'm in desperate need of emeralds. As you can see, I've got 6 blocks right now. There's a pillager patrol. Oh, do I do a raid? That's what I'm thinking in my head. Emeralds, you get emeralds from them, but the biggest thing you get is totems, right? And that could really save my bacon, probably. Especially if I ever get to that nether and the end. Yeah, for some reason my steak were off on my offhand. That was because I actually was growing carrots and stuff. That's why. So yeah, I decided to go back up the top again of the massive ladder, and I remembered I got a couple of good bows up there, especially an infinity one. So I thought I'll make myself a very OP bow right now, and yeah, it didn't actually cost me that much experience. I think in total it was about 40. But yeah, I went to go and find the pillager patrol to kill the captain. They were no more, guys. They disappeared. No. Oh, it's always like that, isn't it? The time I kind of wanted them. Oh, God. But yeah, the idea was to have a raid then. And then I don't even know if I would have even been successful. I don't even know. So yeah, unfortunately, obviously I went to go and get the bones. So yeah, a long story short, we've ended up getting enough emeralds now to finally make another lava bucket. Thank God. So now I can actually semi-automate this. I haven't got quite enough, you know, hoppers right now. I need to get some more. But yeah, we can get that quite easily. And I've decided to go back to this guy, get some more emeralds. Because look what he's got for sale. He's got a nice, juicy little diamond axe there. So I actually didn't even realize. I've actually leveled this guy up that much. He's an expert level. But I didn't even realize. No, I didn't even see the scroll bar. But there's actually a diamond sword as well. Not the greatest enchantment, but I'll take it. Right? That's a diamond sword, man. Ah, God. But yeah, a bit of time has gone by. We've actually placed down the lava now. And again, I wanted to show you this just so then you know I didn't actually fall in and die. But yeah, there's a slight issue though. I'm not hearing the golem burn. Now, I think he's actually too low, sorry. So he needs to be a bit higher to actually touch the lava, so he actually burns. So yeah, I kind of had to smash this up and hopefully pray that there wasn't going to be a golem at the time spawning in while I'm kind of adjusting this. So yeah, I had to have a little bit of a think here, like, no. We need to remove this chest. We need to make it up one higher. Oh no, there's one spawned in. That's what I was afraid of. So yeah. Okay, we're going to have to deal with this guy because it's not quite high enough, is it? So let's give him a little smack with my new shiny sword. And that happened, guys. What? He smacked me. I genuinely thought if one of them smacked me, I would have died. But that kind of solved that out of my brain. I realized that no. Maybe I am quite tough with this armor. But I'm pretty sure he broke my pants, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I got them broken before. I'm not really too sure. But yeah, we've kind of raised this up by 1, which is nice. And there we go. I've just placed in the last 2 hoppers. And this is it, guys. It's fully automatic. Now, it's stupidly slow. Okay. But I don't care. That's perfect. I don't need to kill them anymore. I'm a bit more safer. Obviously, we're getting poppies as well, which I can compost down. Probably not the most viable thing. But anyway, I spotted a couple of zombies down here. Now, one of them was wearing full golden armor, but I somehow got my crafting table. I don't know how he's got a crafting table. Where has he got this crafting table from? I have no idea. But yeah, he's got a crafting table. I must have dropped it somehow. I don't even remember that. Maybe when I broke the stuff, it just fell off. But yeah, I was really intrigued in this zombie because he was wearing armor, so I could obviously use him for the actual next kind of chamber. But yeah, one trader spawned in. He actually was selling some dark oak and pickles and brown dye. Now, I was quite interested in all those items because I don't actually think I can get cocoa beans, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I know you can in Bedrock Edition. The one in Trader will actually sell cocoa beans sometimes, but I don't think it's a thing in Java if I'm looking into it. But yeah, I was doing some trading and this zombie kind of crept up on me. Not really too much of an issue though. I'm quite geared out now, so it's not really going to wreck me. I planted my actual sea pickle that I just purchased, and I went back with some more emeralds, obviously waiting at AFK at the iron farm to get emeralds. And I obviously got 4 of these beautiful dark oak. Now, dark oak is my favorite wood type in this game. Now, second now is obviously cherry, because I've just turned into a cherry lover now. I don't know what it is about that. But yeah, I wanted to keep this clip in as well. I've never noticed that before, but zombies actually take durability on their helmet in the sunlight. Did you know that? Because I definitely did not know that. So yeah, his helmet just broke because he's sat in the sunlight, right? So yeah, I had to kind of put him under there, but we were going to use you later. But anyway, let's do a little bit of an AFK session, and we're on day 154. And it's actually raining. And what have we got? Ooh, we got a whole stack and a half. Okay. Like I say, it's not the fastest thing in the world, but it's better than nothing, right? It's much better than the killing the zombies, but this is so good progress. Now I've got all this iron. I can automate my jellyfish farm, which, yes, okay, it's going to give me a little bit of drops, which is quite nice. But it's nothing going to be compared to what if I do upstairs. But I may as well automate it, because if I'm around this area, they will start spawning and falling to their death. Anyway, we need to get some more wheat as well on the go. And as you can see, I'm kind of just harvesting any wheat that is actually grown, because I need to kind of start breeding these guys. Because as I mentioned, I do want to make this into a quad iron farm to speed up the whole process. But anyway, guys, I'm DanRobzProbz. That is the end of part 8. Thank you very much for watching as always. And I'm going to leave it with this little dude in the boat with me. And I'm never going to face the camera, apparently. Anyway, bye!